Hi there, everyone. I'm JJ Ramberg, and welcome to Your Business, the show dedicated to giving you tips and advice to help your business grow. It was about 1 minute into the first presidential debate of 2012 when the words small business were spoken by a candidate. For small business owners, the debate was striking in the amount of time President Barack Obama and Governor Mitt Romney spent addressing the issues that directly affect them, particularly in the areas of job creation and taxation.
Governor Romney and I do share a deep interest in encouraging small business growth. So at the same time that my tax plan has already lowered taxes for 98% of families, I also lowered taxes for small businesses 18 times. And what I want to do is continue the tax rates, the tax cuts that we put into place for small businesses and families.
I talked to a guy who has a very small business. He's in the electronics business in St. Louis. He has 4 employees. He said he and his son calculated how much they pay in taxes. Federal income tax, federal payroll tax, state income tax, state sales tax, state property tax, gasoline tax. It added up to well over 50% of what they earned. And your plan is to take the tax rate on successful small businesses from 35% to 40%. The National Federation of Independent Businesses has said that will cost 700,000 jobs.
So what's Main Street's reaction? Well, we have 2 of our most outspoken regulars here to discuss. Phil Town is an investment advisor, an entrepreneur, and a best-selling author. You can find him at rule1investing.com. And Carol Roth is a business strategist and also a best-selling author. You can find her at carolroth.com. Great to see both of you guys.
You too, JJ.
Hey, JJ.
So what did you think about the debate and how the candidates addressed issues that relate to small business?
I think it was very, very clear that Romney ran all over President Obama. And I think that from a small business owner's perspective, he addressed the issues that we have not seen addressed over the last 4 years. Most notably, how are we going to get this economy growing again? Because from a small business owner's perspective, that is what is going to get them hiring and make them more successful. If the economy grows, more people are buying from them, there's more confidence, and it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy.
And I think what we're dealing with here is 4 years where what we've seen, apart from what President Obama is saying on there, what we've seen is that small business is struggling, and we're way, way at the end of the food chain. So we got the banks that can't fail. We've got $780 billion going into who knows what, snail darters in San Francisco. I don't know where that money went, but it didn't come down to small business. It's harder today because of rules like Dodd-Frank to get money from a bank. Small banks are failing. We've lost 2,000 of them in the last 2 or 3 years. That's where businesses go to get that, personal loan based on my personal credibility. And those are just gone, JJ, and they're going away faster than ever. And that's why we need a change.
Okay, but let's talk about when you listen to them debate and you hear this is going to affect small businesses, this is going to affect small business, I sometimes think, okay, let's get beyond the rhetoric and get down to the details of it, right? So Governor Romney very early on said if you tax people who earn more than $250,000, if you increase those taxes, then small businesses will be affected. Now, not all small business will be affected. A small portion of them. Is that a big deal or not?
Well, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I think on the margin, right, the person that just gets over the edge and then they get that tax, it might be $500, it might be $2,500, okay? But we're talking about an avalanche of stuff that's been coming down the road over the last 4 years. Not just taxes, which add an incremental problem, but regulations, which add an incremental problem, economy, which is slow, which adds an incremental problem, the fear of the unknown of what this government's going to do in regulation and taxation, and all of these things start to snowball. It's not one little snowball, it's the avalanche of snowballs that freezes small business people from hiring that next incremental employee.
And it's all, as you said, related together. It's all related to uncertainty and the fact that there isn't any permanence in things like the tax code and the regulation. It's very hard for a small business to make a decision based on what's going on next year. They're planning out 5 years because when they hire one employee or they make a major capital investment, it is very impactful on their business, which is different than a big business who can say, oh, well, this is going on for the next year. This is what we can do with our businesses now. So with a small business owner, it's not just the one tax issue. It's how does that that feed into the uncertainty? How does that feed into the health care policy? How does that feed into permanence? And it all comes together. And frankly, look, small business owners are entrepreneurs. They have an entrepreneurial spirit, and they believe that people can stand on their own and make things better. They don't want the government involved in their business. They want to be able to run their businesses and grow the pie for everyone in America.
All right. Well, an incredibly interesting discussion, which I wish we could have for the whole show. To be clear, you guys both feel very strongly and you feel very similarly. And over the next few weeks, we're going to be talking to people with all different points of view. But I really appreciate you guys coming on and talking about this.